Hey guys, so let's talk about this new Genshin Impact event, Akitsu Kimodameshi. Now, for those who don't know, this is a new event in Genshin. It launched like 3 or 4 days ago. It's an Azuma-based event, and it kind of deals with the premise of that courage test or test of courage that Japan does in a lot of its animes, and I think it's a thing in Japan, I'm not too sure, but it's a very common trope in slice of life anime. You go through a forest, you get scared, you're a pussy, or if you make it through, you're a Chad, apparently. I'm not quite sure, but that's kind of the general vibe. But yes, the anime is based around that, and that's the story of it. I'm not going to dwell on the story too much because I don't want to spoil it, but you get a cool weapon. But what we're going to focus on about this event, and about this video as a whole, is the actual gameplay to the event. So what you're seeing on screen now is the gameplay. This is the, I think it's Pong, or Bricks, or Reflect the Ball and Break the Bricks game, mini game, whatever you want to, I don't even know what it's called. I didn't bother to look it up because it's just pretty obvious what it is. You kind of know the game, but you don't know the name of it. Unless you do know the name of it, then you know the name of it. But it's like Bricks, or Pong, or Pseudo Pong, I don't know. But yeah, that's the gameplay. And the reason I want to talk about this is because it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun event. This is a new event, new gameplay. We've never had Pong before. And essentially the general premise of it, to explain it, is that you start off here, you have a bunch of bricks in front of you, you shoot out a ball, the ball bounces off of the bricks and bounces back to you, and you have to reflect it back and break all the bricks to get a high score to get some Primo Gems. It's a pretty standard, pretty straightforward kind of game mode, not overly complicated or convoluted, nothing too crazy to try to understand. You just break the bricks. Quite straightforward. But the reason I want to talk about is because these are the type of Genshin Impact events we need to see in the future of Genshin Impact, at least one of these types per patch. Now, I don't mean I want to see the Akitsu Kimodameshi event once a patch. I mean that I want to see events that change the gameplay loop for the event specifically, from the actual norm to something completely different once per patch. If we look at a few of the events that have done this, something like this one right here where you play Pong, Divine Ingenuity, or something even like the Windtrace event, which I believe is coming this patch as well, these events change how you play the game or how you approach the game completely. Windtrace, all your skills and bursts get reworked into something completely different, and you're actually playing hide and seek this time. The Divine Ingenuity, you have no skills, I believe, I can't quite remember, but essentially it's a parkour puzzle. There's no killing, you're absolutely just trying to do parkour maneuvers, get a time trial going, and get a world record or so, and no combat. And then this event here is no skills or bursts, just elemental reactions, and you're actually reflecting a ball to break some bricks. Completely reworks the general gameplay loop from the day-to-day stuff, which, to quickly explain, the day-to-day stuff of Genshin is log in, do your commissions, spend your resin, and all this just requires you to use your skills and burst to kill enemies, right? Quite straightforward, and doing that day-to-day can get quite repetitive, quite exhausting for no reason, because it is quite boring, to be quite frank with you. So having these events that change it fundamentally is absolutely amazing. Now, I don't want to diminish the combat events that we do get, like the Misty Dungeon that we just had, Realm of the Sand, although this is quite the lackluster event in my opinion for numerous reasons, like repetitive routes, honestly not that large character diversity, but it is kind of focusing on Sumeru, and also no real kind of change in gameplay or even buffing in different ways like the old Misty Dungeon was. So it's kind of a lackluster event, but I don't want to diminish them because there are good ones like the Hyakunin Iki or the Labyrinth Warriors one. These events that kind of were combat events, but they let you change how your characters interact and buff them in different ways, so you can have fun in different ways as well. I don't want to diminish them, but there is a definite charm to the events that change the whole overall gameplay loop fundamentally. There's a particular charm to them. And I think it's just because they're completely different. It's something so fresh and something so fun that you just have an instant burst of happiness and joy when you do these things. And I think that's what this event does for me. Akitsu Kimodameshi, pronunciation is key here, does that for me. And the reason I want to focus, and that's the premise of this video, is because I want the future of Genshin to move towards this. There are so many mini-games out there in the world, be it card games, board games, online games, physical games, that you can make use of to really amplify the day-to-day experience and maybe like week-to-week experience of Genshin Impact. You can have Pong, which we have now. You can have chess, checkers, Uno, Monopoly, Mahjong, anything. And I'm just using those as an example because they're the first ones to come to mind. But any game along those lines that kind of changes it would be a great addition to just, they kind of gimmick it around, they change it around, they swerve it around and kind of contort it to Genshin Impact's design. But something along those lines to change the day-to-day loop. That is what essentially the premise of this video is. I want to see more of that in the future of Genshin Impact. Obviously, I want to see more combat events, more development on Hyakunin and Iki. A return of Labyrinth Warriors would be absolutely astonishing for me. I love that event so much. I want to see more of that as well, but I think a refinement of these other minigame events as well as an addition of other minigame events would also be incredible. Now, I will clarify rather, that they don't need to be permanent. Again, not asking for a permanent system, not asking for it to be a constantly repeating one, but just a bit of testing, bit of trial running, just test the waters, put your foot in the water, Mihoyo, see what happens. If the fans don't like it, if the community doesn't like it, they'll voice their opinions, and then you can instantly say, okay, we won't do this again. But if they like it, you can maybe keep it a repeating one. Maybe once every few patches you bring a popular one back, much like Hyakunin and Iki. A lot of people like this event, and it's made like 5 reappearances, like, to date, or is it 4 or something like that? It's appeared a lot of times. Hyakunin and Iki is a massive fan favorite. And so, yeah, just test the waters and see what's happening. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video. Quite short, because I just want to acknowledge how good this new event is, Akitsu Kimodameshi. I said that wrong, but I can't be asked. But yeah, it's a great event. Hopefully, the future is better. Guys, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay from the second set of challenges from the event. Hope you enjoy. Bit of Pong, bit of ball reflecting, bit of pizzazz. Stay safe. Have a great one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a great day. Peace out. Now, I'm going to leave you guys with some gameplay from the second set of challenges from the Akitsu Kimodameshi challenge or event. Just a bit of Pong, a bit of fun, a bit of action. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one.